Another morning. Oh, thank you. Good morning. It's another morning at the pond. And frankly, it's such a gorgeous day. Now, it's overcast, it's miserable, it's cloudy, but it's not raining. It's not hot. There's a little breeze. Trees aren't falling. So for me, it's a gorgeous day. And I wasn't going to do anything, so I was just going to sit and enjoy the day and not necessarily have a discussion with you. But somebody asked me the other day, or somebody mentioned actually in a comment the other day that they wonder how many eggs are going to be laid in all of these tree branches that are down. And I laughed and I said, probably a ton, but it was sort of a joke. I didn't actually expect them to lay eggs in it. But here we are this morning, and just on the outskirts as I'm letting the animals out, there's egg number 1. There is egg number 2. And that's just as I was opening the door. If I lifted these branches, I guess I'm going to find more. Doesn't look like there's any here, but they certainly have left a divot. And then, yeah, let's go look at this fabulous outcome. My birds. I love ducks to death, but they are sometimes trying. There's an egg. It's broken, it's eaten, so it's certainly, at this point, it's just a shell, which is why it's floating along. But yeah, so, the ducks, they lay eggs anywhere they darn well please. And generally speaking, we walk the property, we walk the area multiple times a day to try and avoid eggs ending up in the pond and eggs getting eaten by crows and eggs sitting out overnight attracting any kind of creatures. But with all the storms and the damage and everything else, I haven't been as diligent, and clearly I need to get back on it. So that's at least 4 on the outside of the coop right now. I'm sure there's more. I'm sort of just walking around the perimeter here, and I'm not even really scouring, right? We are at the end of hatching season, so, each egg is a little bit less precious now, only because they're not going to get hatched. They're going to go more for eating and baking. And oh my gosh, duck eggs are the best for baking. So, talking to Farm Hubby the other day about cleanup, and I said to him, honestly, we don't need to do a whole lot of cleanup. The birds are loving all of this all these branches down and everything else. But he and I both agree that it's kind of a little too much right now. And judging by the amount of eggs that are just hanging out in these branches, I'd say, yeah, y'all are fired. So, for those of you that were taking bets on whether or not the ducks would lay eggs in the debris, the answer is yes. And they won't waste any time doing it. And by the way, I think I've mentioned this before, but just in case I haven't, the ducks don't lay eggs in the pond. So the eggs that fall, or the eggs that end up in the pond, are eggs, that have been laid on the edges of the pond and get knocked in by the other birds or by the ducks themselves. They do lay in the coop. They do sometimes lay in what they think are their nests. They lay by the trees here. Obviously, they lay in the debris. So life with ducks is a daily Easter egg hunt. And there's absolutely nothing else you can do about it other than enjoy the hunt. Eggs in the pond aren't a huge deal. At this time of year especially, it's going to feed the tadpoles. It's going to feed turtles if there's any turtles that visit the pond. And if they don't get eaten, they'll just kind of decay and degrade in the pond and become part of the pond ecosystem. I just hate to see it there because it kind of means that the things I would want to supplement with eggs didn't get them. Anyway, that is the update. And again, wasn't necessarily planning on doing another morning bird parade quite so soon, but you know, when you've got eggs everywhere, including in the pond, y'all are fired. That's what you get. So I'll keep you posted on cleanup and all that. We're still sort of status quo. There are still people in the area at this point. Now, this is at the time of recording, which is Tuesday morning. So, you know, you'll see it like Wednesday or Thursday. But as of Tuesday morning, there are still people in the area without power. There are still lines down. There are still trees down. So it's going to be a while before we get our tree cleaned up. It's stable for now. There's no more storms in the mix. We've got the fence temporarily repaired. It still needs work, but at least it's, you know, it's good enough, right, for now. And so we're okay. And the weather has cooled down some, so everybody else is just happy. And yes, the birds are loving all of this debris, even if it's wet and mucky and gross. They're loving it. You know, as the leaves die off, they'll look. The chickens are all up in it, right? They're gonna pull those leaves apart. They're gonna shred them, you know. So they're gonna help with the cleanup efforts as well. And our goal really was just to make sure that it was safe for them and for us, and it is for now. So that's the scoop. And I'm going to go get the barn fed and enjoy this absolutely magnificent temperature. Until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.